Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. It is Boys Higher Secondary School, Sogam. I am Manzoor Ahmad, zoology lecturer Sogam. Dear students, it's 11th class and our today's topic is exception to the cell theory. Exception to the cell theory means, for example, cell theory do not have universal application. Cell theory do not have universal application. Why it has not? Why cell theory do not have a universal application? There are certain organisms which do not have true cells. There are certain organisms which do not have true cells. A true cell shows the following characters. पहले हम देखेंगे a true cell जो होते हैं उसके क्या characters होते हैं. If there are so many organisms, if they do not have a true cells, then what are these? Then what are the characters? What are actually the characters of the organisms having true cells? Dear students, this is the exception to the cell theory. It means cell theory does not have a universal application. And why it do not have a universal application? Because there are certain organisms which do not have a true cells. If they do not have true cells, then how can we identify that why they do not have a true cells? A true cell shows the following characters. For example, a set of genes which constitute blueprint for regulating cellular activities and making new cells. There is a question and there is a point that a set of genes which constitute blueprint. If you are getting my point, I would like to explain you and understand you that a set of genes which constitute blueprint for regulating cellular activities and making new cells, and they make new cells. Number second point, a limiting plasma membrane that permits controlling exchange of matter and energy with the external world. The second point is a limiting plasma membrane that permits controlling exchange of matter, that permits the controlling exchange of matter and energy with the external world. The third point is metabolic machinery for sustaining life activities. Such as growth, reproduction, and repair of parts. This is the third point, that metabolic machinery for sustaining life activities such as growth, reproduction, and repair of parts. I will again repeat the characters of a true cell. That is a set of genes which constitute blueprint for regulating cellular activities and making new cells. Number two, a limiting plasma membrane that permits controlling exchange of the matter and energy with the external world. And the third point is metabolic machinery for sustaining life activities such as growth, reproduction, and repair of the parts. Number fourth point, viruses do not easily fit. मैंने कल भी आपको कहा viruses do not easily fit in these parameters of true cells. They lack plasma membrane and metabolic machinery for energy and production and for synthesis of our proteins and other organisms. These viruses, they do not fit easily in these parameters of true cells. Why? They lack plasma membrane and metabolic machinery for energy and for production and for synthesis for proteins and other organisms which do not fit in the cells, which do not fit in the cell theory or paramecium. For example, they are paramecium which is not fit in the true cells, fungus, rhizopus, and algae, bacteria. All of these have more than one nucleus because they have more than one nucleus. I will again repeat, viruses do not easily fit in these parameters of true cells because they lack plasma membrane and metabolic machinery for energy and for production and for synthesis in the cell theory. And for example, paramecium is there, fungus is there, rhizopus is there, and algae, bacteria, and all of these have more than one nucleus. This is the exception. This is a short point term, that exception to the cell theory. Tomorrow we will discuss what are the types of cells, that is the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, inshallah. Thank you.